a little bit in the third quarter. I thought the third quarter started pretty good, but both teams were just scoring. And then we had a couple turnover stretch, but then we cut it at the end of the third. And then our defense really amped up in the fourth. I thought was pretty good. They had, I don't know what the total numbers, I think it was 23, if that's correct. But then we just couldn't make some shots there at the end. But I liked the shots we got. I liked our fight. Give credit to the Pacers for closing at the end, but we played a pretty good game. Just didn't get the win.
What made the decision to put Keefe into the starting lineup versus Bob and Jordan?
Just a little bit of matchup, some of their size, some of the things that we were doing defensively. Give us a different look, put a little more size on their wings. We were doing some different coverages tonight. Just wanted to use his size on the perimeter.
That third quarter, the turnovers, is that what allowed them to find themselves at the free throw line a little bit more frequently than you would like tonight?
Yeah, I thought the first 4 or 5 minutes, both teams were scoring. And we talked about that in the time. I was like, hey, we're scoring, but they're also scoring. And then we got into a little bit of rut offensively, and that led to some of their runouts, some of their transition threes. But then we battled back and had a little run the last 2 minutes to kind of cut it. But that little 4 or 5 minute stretch, turnovers hurt us, and then they were able to get some easy baskets and get some fouls.
You did have 6 players in double figures, to your point pregame, mentioning that void of Jordan, it's got to be by committee. What did you like about the way that it was a lot more of a balanced scoring than what we've maybe been seeing?
Yeah, just our team's growing in terms of that type of stuff. Like I said before the game, we're still learning and growing. This is Malcolm's 4th game. We have, you've asked this question. We have multiple guys who can make plays and multiple guys who are ball handlers. So we want to play a system that allows guys to make decisions, make reads. I thought for the most part we did that. We just had that little bit of a stretch there in the third where the turnovers got us. For the most part, we played a pretty clean game. The turnovers were low in the first half.
With Malcolm, he plays at a much slower speed than the rest of the team at times. How do you like the change of pace he provides?
He plays slow to fast. He does a little bit of both. Like he gets us steady, but then he's very quick getting to the rim. So he's got a good change of pace to him. But this guy's a great player, veteran player. Seen a lot. Has really helped us in these last couple of games, and I know he's just going to keep getting better as he gets some legs underneath him.
I know early in the preseason and early in the season you talked a little bit about wanting your team to be organized on offense as well as playing fast. What does he do in that aspect?
Just gets us into stuff that's recognizable, stuff that we know that we can get to, that leads to comfortability for our other players. They know where their shots are going to come to. He just has control of the offense. He's played this game, I said, for a long time, but he just steadies us.
What did you like about the way Alex was pretty consistent on both ends of the floor tonight? A great double-double from him.
Activity. This is when Alex is active, protecting the rim on the boards on both ends, running to the rim on the screens, getting the rolls. Like his activity was high, and then obviously you see that he's switching onto their guards. I mean, how many guys can do that? Like this is a 19-year-old who's switching onto their guards and guarding them pretty well. So we're able to see different things. He was able to do multiple things defensively tonight. That's always the biggest key for us is his defense, and he set the tone tonight early, I thought.
There was a stretch in the fourth where there was a couple of possessions where you guys needed to get a couple of stops, and there was one where it was a complete switch amongst all guys, Kyle, Bilal, and just it seemed like you were on a string. And at the half, Keyshawn had talked about the fact that since the road trip, the communication defensively, it's also been the players knowing that they need to take it up a notch. What did you like about the way you guys communicated defensively tonight?
Yeah, you could hear him. You could visibly hear him, and with my own ears out there, which is great. It's a loud crowd like these, and their intention to try to get stops, to try to do it as a collective. And I really thought in the fourth, we really did that. Like we made them make tough shots. They're playing one-on-ones, and they got some good one-on-one players. And then we were standing them up, making them take tough ones. We were able to get to the rebound. We just didn't convert. I thought we had some good open threes that we didn't hit, but we were getting the stops in the fourth, which was good.
With Alex, what is it like trying to get that level of activity on a consistent level?
It's just part of the work. This is part of the process of learning what the league is and the schedule and who you're playing and your opponent and tendencies of guys, throwing different coverages out at him. He's taking it all in. This guy's a worker. So, this guy's putting in the time, and he'll continue to get better with all that stuff.
Thank you.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Safe travels.